The Popeye Valentine special Sweethearts at Sea was released in 1979. It's directed by Oscar Dufau, and we have a voice cast including Jack Mercer, Daws Butler, Ginny McSwain, Allan Melvin, Barney Phillips, and Marilyn Schreffler. And I wasn't expecting Jack Mercer to be voicing Popeye at this point, and I was really delighted that he was. And this is actually produced by Hanna-Barbera Productions and King Features Syndicate. And I have to say, I thought it was pretty sweet as a Popeye cartoon. My first question was, does it need to be this long? There were many Popeye cartoons from a few decades before this that are about 7 to 10 minutes, and I did think, will this be able to carry itself for the duration? And I will, of course, talk about the narrative in a second. And my brief answer to that is yes, but there is definitely some fluff and padding. They could have told this story in a classic length, but I feel like giving us an extra 5-10 minutes was really beneficial. But there was definitely room for moving some scenes out of this. But in general, I thought it was pretty good. It starts off on Valentine's Day, and Popeye has forgotten. He hasn't given Olive Oyl a Valentine's card, so she decides to go off on a sweetheart's cruise, where she's determined to find somebody who won't forget Valentine's Day. Seems a little bit extreme, but this is what Olive Oyl wants to do. And Popeye finds out about this, and he ends up going on the boat. And, of course, Bluto is there as well. I don't love the design of Bluto in this. The character isn't what's in my mind. But certainly the animation for Olive Oyl and Popeye, I thought they looked absolutely brilliant. So the animation is not too bad at all. If you're a fan of the classic Popeye cartoons, either from Fleischer or Famous Studios, then certainly those elements are very recognisable. The characters are very recognisable, and I certainly had a lot of fun with those. So if you're an existing Popeye fan, I'd say that the Popeye Valentine special is definitely worth watching. It's a fun story that generally does well being a little bit longer. The animation is generally really satisfying, and the characters are a delight. I didn't love the animation of Bluto, but the personality, absolutely what we're used to if you're an existing fan of the character. And I had a lot of fun with it, and I was so happy that Jack Mercer was voicing Popeye, as I definitely hadn't expected that, and I was rather pleased about that. So solid voice cast as well, and all things considered, it's pretty brilliant. And I will say no more. I don't want to spoil any more than what I've already given away. The Popeye Valentine special, Sweethearts at Sea, is really good fun. If you're new to Popeye, I'd say watch some of the classic cartoons first, just because I am quite a fan of the classic cartoons. But that being said, if you wanted this to be your introduction to Popeye for whatever reason, that wouldn't be a terrible thing. That wouldn't be too bad. It's certainly a good story, generally very well animated, and great voice acting. No complaints. Definitely one that I think is worth checking out.